In this video, we are going to tell you what nobody tells you about Berlin. Those truths we only discovered by traveling, and that will spare you from a lot of surprises and a lot of money. We love Berlin, but the image many people have of the city hides a reality that is good for you to know before you board. We are going to talk about the real size of the city, the hidden costs, the areas to avoid, the customs that surprise, the logistics, the climate, and the touristy food traps, all based on what we really experienced there, so you arrive prepared and enjoy with ease. Let us go. The first truth is about the look of the city. When we think of a European capital, we picture those perfect historic centers, full of palaces and charm. Berlin is not like that, and this catches a lot of people by surprise. Much of the city was destroyed in the Second World War and rebuilt in a fast and functional way, so it is raw, a bit gray and full of plain buildings in many corners. But that is exactly where the secret lies. Berlin does not win you over with classic beauty, but with energy, with history alive on every corner, and with a freedom you do not feel in any other city. Those who understand this fall hopelessly in love. The second truth is about the hidden costs, but the most important thing here is something else. Berlin is still a city very attached to cash. Many bars, cafes, street food stalls, and even some restaurants accept only cash. And this catches the tourist completely off guard when it is time to pay. Always carry some cash in your pocket because you are going to need it. Another trap is the cash machines from tourist companies, which charge very high fees. So always prefer the machines of real banks. And keep an eye out, because at many restaurants the water and bread that arrive at the table may come charged on the bill. The third truth is about safety and areas to avoid. Berlin is, overall, a very safe city, and you can walk calmly through most of it, even at night. The problem is the pickpocket, common at the busy transport stations, on the crowded platforms, and at the tourist spots full of people. Be extra careful with your bag and phone in those places. Some areas around certain stations get emptier late at night, so use the usual common sense. But in general, Berlin scares you much less than other big capitals and gives you a pleasant sense of freedom to explore. The fourth truth is about the customs that surprise. The first one shocks those who arrive expecting a city buzzing every day. On Sundays, Berlin practically stops. Almost all the shops close, the supermarkets do not open, and the city falls into a mood of total rest. So plan your shopping for the other days, because arriving on Sunday thinking you are going to stock the pantry is a recipe for frustration. Another thing that surprises is the direct way of the Germans. They are not cold. They are just objective and practical. And this is often mistaken for a lack of friendliness, but it is just the local way, and there is a detail that leaves everyone relieved. In Berlin, practically everyone speaks English and very well. The city is so international and full of people from all over the world that you get by easily in any situation, from the waiter to the driver. So you do not need to worry about the German language barrier. On the other hand, prepare your heart for a culture of freedom that can shock those who are more conservative. Berlin is an extremely open, alternative, and tolerant city, where almost everything is allowed and no one judges anyone. You are going to see artistic expressions, styles, and behaviors quite different from what you are used to. And that is part of the free soul of the city. And one last warning, many places have reduced hours at the start of the week, so always check before going out, especially outside the more touristy areas. And speaking of choosing well where to stay to be close to everything and in a safe and central area, this is a decision that changes your trip. We created this personalized map, which explains exactly which is the best area, away from the chaos and close to the attractions. By staying in this area, you cannot go wrong. And in the video description and here in the QR code, we are going to leave the link to the page with this map and with the hotels we have stayed in and highly recommend, including a hotel in Mitte, where we stayed for an incredible price, super well located, safe, and just a few minutes walk from the main attractions. We saved a lot with that choice. The fifth truth is about logistics and transportation, and this one surprises in a positive way. Berlin public transport is one of the best in the world, with the metro, called the U-Bahn, the urban train, called the S-Bahn, plus trams and buses that cover the whole city. But there is a huge trap that catches a lot of tourists. The system works on trust, with no turnstiles at most stations, so you simply walk in and out. The thing is, there are plainclothes inspectors going around, and if they catch you without a validated ticket, the fine is heavy and charged on the spot, with no mercy. So always buy and validate your ticket before boarding, because riding for free thinking no one will notice is a sure trap. And here is an important addition about transport. Since Berlin is a giant and very spread out city, it is very much worth buying the day pass or the multi-day card right when you arrive, which gives unlimited rides and comes out much cheaper. And since the city is very flat, renting a bike is also a cheap way to explore. The sixth truth is about the climate, and this one catches a lot of people off guard. The Berlin winter between December and February is long, gray, and freezing, with very short days when the sun sets quite early, around 4 in the afternoon. It can seem depressing to those who are not used to it. On the other hand, summer is the best time, with long days, parks full of people and a contagious energy, but the weather changes fast and rain can appear out of nowhere. That is why we always recommend visiting between spring and early autumn, when the weather is more pleasant and the city blooms outdoors. The seventh truth is about the touristy food traps. The busiest streets of the center are full of restaurants with menus in several languages and staff calling you at the door. Run from those. The food is usually expensive and bland. The good, cheap, and authentic food of Berlin is at the street food stalls and in the neighborhoods further from the tourist circuit, like Kreuzberg and Neukölln, where Berliners themselves eat. A golden rule is simple. If the place has photos of the food on the menu and someone calling you at the door, keep walking and look for a more local street. Speaking of good food and tours, in the video description and here in the QR code, we are going to leave the link to the site we always use to buy tickets and tours for the lowest price. It is the biggest tour site in the world, and it has practically everything there. Everything for the lowest price, and you can buy in any currency, saving on fees. And they have free tours that are great. And remember that in this link below, we always organize everything you need to put together your entire trip for the lowest price. The sites we use to plan our trips and that have everything much cheaper: travel SIM card, travel insurance for half the price, tickets for all the attractions, good and cheap hotels we have stayed in, cheap car rental, and the global account. And the links already contain automatic discounts. So save and use this page that will make your trip much easier. And there is one last truth that deserves a highlight: the Berlin nightlife. The city has the most legendary and intense night in Europe, with clubs that open on Friday and only close on Monday morning. But there is a detail that catches a lot of people. The entrance to certain famous places like Berghain is completely unpredictable, and the doorman can simply turn you away without giving any explanation, even if you waited hours in line. Do not take it personally, it is part of the local culture. Go calmly, and enjoy the fact that there are hundreds of incredible bars and venues around the city, with a freedom you do not find anywhere else. And for those who are new here on the channel, a very warm welcome. Our mission is to help you travel more and better around the world. If you are enjoying it, subscribe here to the channel and like the video, which helps us a lot. To wrap up, 4 final tips of mental preparation. First, go with an open mind and accept that Berlin is raw, alternative, and different. And that is exactly what makes it fascinating. Second, always carry a bit of cash in your pocket, because you're going to need it often. Third, always validate your transport ticket, because the fine catches those who think no one is watching. And fourth, do not try to see everything in a rush, because Berlin is a city to feel the energy calmly, more than to collect tourist spots. If you liked the video, like it and subscribe to our channel to travel more and better around the world. Thank you very much, and have a great trip.